The world's first ping pong coin, pDAI. Do we really need it? Yes. Why? I'll show you. Have you heard of my friend CZ? Chang Peng Zhao. CZ spent 4 months in the penitentiary. Why? Some people say he wouldn't leave the ladies alone after a long night of karaoke. Others know the real truth. CZ was targeted by the US government. Why? Because the government wants to control Bitcoin. Bitcoin is captured. So what did they do? They targeted CZ in the last bear market as the foreign Chinese guy. They put him away in jail. They disabled Binance from accepting bank money. So we could only accept crypto. And during this period of time, Roca Negra, Blackrock, handed the keys to the kingdom over to Coinbase. Brian Boldstrong, his exchange. Why? It's because America can control Coinbase. Coinbase is in the S&P 500. It is a stonk market, stonker. It's regulated, it's controlled by the US government. So CZ gets targeted. Why? The Bitcoin volume pair that rules the entire industry is BTC, USDT. That's the highest volume pair. And the US government noticed, like all of us notice things, they noticed that Binance had the highest volume and Coinbase was way too far behind. So they disabled Binance. They send CZ to jail for 4 months. Bogus reasons. Okay, it is literally an international crime. What CZ went to jail for, I mean, what the evil deep state banks did in 2008 was, it's basically the equivalent of getting a blowtorch and lighting a baby on fire. That's the equivalent of what they did. And CZ, if he's guilty of anything, he's guilty of maybe he dropped the fart in the kitchen. Okay, and then you only noticed it after you start smelling it. That's pretty much it. That's the equivalent out here. Imagine torching a baby. That's what the bankers did. And farting in the kitchen, which it's not welcome because we're having tacos, but you understand they're not even in the same league. Okay, so he spent 4 months in jail. Now, what else did they do? Well, this is how the game works, right? This is the game, man. The US dollar, friends, some people will say, oh, corrupt. They might use these words. Dude, when you're first, you make the rules. You have the cards. You are the cards. The US government is Charizard. Everyone else, you're a Rattata. Maybe you're a Pidgeon at best. Most of you are Rattatas. So in 2023, the corrupt SEC forced Binance's $1 billion profit business, BUSD, to shut down. They were literally Tether. Do you know that? It was literally Tether. They had $20 billion back in 2023. They were making $1 billion a year of profit. And the corrupt SEC from clown chairman Gary Gensler, he's basically the attack dog henchman of the US Fed, the deep state banking cartel. They shut it down immediately. It literally was doing nothing wrong. Okay? What I'm about to show you is that this path leads to pDAI. So here he is. This is the Twink brothers. They made a video back. Look at this. February 2023. Binance stablecoin to shut down. Pending SEC lawsuit. Binance stablecoin done. You know, everybody was paid whole. Nothing wrong ever happened. I mean, the company was making $1 billion, right, off it. So, and also just to let you know, during that period of time, Tether hired Fancy Banana investigators and the Coconut Intelligence Agency. So it literally got the deep of the deep state. They're in Tether. Obviously, they sat them down and then they probably said, oh, hey, it would be a real shame if Mr. Paulo, right, if he likes playing, he likes playing Mario music in the background when he talks. You just can't stay mad and sinister with this music. So that's pretty much what happened, right? That's how it works, friends. They sit you down and they go, listen, you know, you can do this the easy way or the hard way. You probably want to do it the easy way. Here's a long list of dirt we have on you. Like maybe Paolo, I don't know, maybe the guy, maybe he dresses up like chicks on Friday nights. And coincidentally, there's been a news post that just come out minutes ago. Today, Tether CEO Paolo says the company is in progress to enter the US markets again, with focus on the US institutional markets for payments and interbank settlements. Remember, friends, he went to the Bitcoin conference and he says, I love the Bitcoin. I hated the crypto. So pretty much just shits on Ethereum all day. Even that's where he gets all his money, which is pretty much you're buying the hand that feeds you. So obviously, they were chosen. Yeah, everyone thought Tether was going to go to zero. No, Tether made a deal with the devil. That's how you have to do to survive here. So as you know, right, the banking deep state shuts down Binance, Coinbase, then it gets popular enough. What happens in 2023? So funny enough, right, they shut them down like Feb 2023. What happened, friends? You remember exactly what happens? Months later, Blackrock say we're doing an ETF right here. You think it's a coincidence that they shut down Binance BUSD here, and then this is the announcement. I remember I was awake. I was awake the minute the announcement came out. It says BlackRock filing for a Bitcoin ETF. I remember when it came out. Literally, that was it right here. That was that candle. And then we actually reversed it. Funny enough, scammers. That because we went up too fast, the scammers, their friends, the insider cartel had to get back in. Funny enough. So it was right here. You think that's a coincidence? You think it's a coincidence that the US government FUDs stablecoins, bans Binance making money, and then Roca Negra have the ETF here, and then everything goes up? It's because they set the rails for Coinbase, right? Why do they do that, friends? Well, you know, when you have total control, they control now the BTC leg, and they control the USD leg, okay? And they control the exchange. That's why. So it's very clear, right? After going through this experience, Binance CZ is fully aware of the power of pDAI. Now, that's why it doesn't take a genius to figure out. Literally, CZ gets put in jail for 4 months. They shut down BUSD. He was making $1 billion a year. All of it's unlawful. He has to bite his tongue and not say anything. You still see, friends, remnants today. All this fake Wall Street Journal trash articles about CZ. And then, remember, friends, we ended up finding out it was leaked by CZ. CZ revealed that Coinbase were the ones funding all of the negative press with CZ. It got leaked. Yeah. Breaking news. Yeah, it turns out it's Coinbase. Obviously, Coinbase doing the evil bidding. Yeah, because that's it. That's how the game works, right? You know, you can call it whatever it is. Some say it's dirty. Some say it's whatever. Look, man, they want world dominance. It's the US government, man. The US dollar is 85% of world trading volume. Okay, they want world dominance. They're going to do it. They've got to get it done. You know, they're hired to get the job done, keep dominance. That's it. You know, so maybe if you're a blue pill cuck and you think everybody's going to hold hands, rub oil on each other and eat pizza, well, okay, man, you go to that party. I'm telling you, when there's like 15 dudes at that party and everybody is cheering blue pill cuck lifestyle stuff and you don't want to take the red pill, okay, man, you will fall into the traps of getting your purchasing power diluted. You will be buying the tops of stuff. You are getting yield farmed. You will be cleaning the feet of the LA vape cabal with your mouth. A lot of cho jam in there. Hope you got Listerine. That's the stuff you're going to have to deal with. For the rest of us, we're going to hold on to scarce assets. We're going to be holding stuff that they can't print in 2 seconds. And also, we understand the power of the world's first natively decentralized ping pong coin. Okay, are you getting it now? Some of you friends, I know some of you a bit slow. You're not going to get it. I get it. Friends, look, here's the thing, man. Whenever I go to hotel rooms, I look at that chair in the corner and I'm like, man, you know, it must feel comfy to sit in there. You know what I mean? Because, you know, friends, you've been walking around all day, your legs hurt. Maybe you did legs a day, you know, like, you know, you do hamstrings, maybe hamstrings. You do hamstrings, you overwork them. They're like really tense. You're looking at that hotel cuck chair. You're like, you know what, man? I know this bed is comfy, but I wonder what that chair feels like. But you know deep down, you can't ever go there, okay? There's a bed for a reason, and there's a chair for a reason. Okay, and if you're on that bed, you know, friends, you can't do both. You're either on the bed or on the chair. All right. So us here, we're on the bed. Okay. After going through this experience, it's clear Binance CZ understands that power of pDAI, as I mentioned here for you, because you get to see, right? They could target him. They go, oh, this is a Binance dollar. It's backed by fiat. Okay. So now CZ has to zip his mouth. So maybe a man who used to live on top of a sandwich shop, maybe, sent him an amicus brief message when he was in jail. And he said, hey, man, stablecoins are cool, huh? But you know, you have to do them the right way. What's the right way? Well, you know, you can't let them push your off button. So you have to build it without an off button. Do you want to know something interesting? Do you know who Hal Finney is, friends? Hal Finney, some people say, is rumored Satoshi. This was Hal Finney. Rest in peace, Hal Finney. Bitcoin OG, first guy, get messages from Satoshi. You know Hal Finney, friends? Someone said, this is him in the younger days, him and his beautiful wife. Hal Finney, friends, rest in peace, okay? There was someone, I think the US government, in the early 2000s, they put some dude, I forgot what his name, I forgot who it was, and then they sent him to jail for 10 years because he made an internet currency. Yeah. They actually sentenced him to 10 years in jail. The judge, super harsh, right? And I believe the lawyer of that case, right, he spoke with Hal Finney. Hal Finney attended the court, right? I think it was the lawyer. So I forgot exactly who they are, but as they walked outside, when the judge, obviously the corrupt judge, piece of shit, gave this person 10 years jail, Hal basically said either to the lawyer, said to one of them, he said, next time we got to do it different. Next time, yeah, we basically got to keep it under wraps. That's pretty much what the implication was. Like, next time we do it, we don't tell anyone. 5 years later, Bitcoin comes. Okay? So, this is a wonderful story, right? This is exactly 10 years ago today. Hal Finney made his final post on the Bitcoin forum before logging off forever. Gone, but not forgotten. Okay, so that strikes me. I remember that story. That's why, friends, look, tell Snoop Dogg he's got some competition. There's some new boys in town. I know Snoop is high, but we're on another level. We're like multi-dimensional, intergalactic high here. That's how high the value of this content is. This is the highest value content in crypto, okay? I don't know why this peanut brain has connected that story to CZ going in jail and everybody shutting their mouth. They're like, up, not my coin. I don't know what you're talking about. It looks like a scam. It's stupid. Are you getting it now? This is a flying peg. Look at its glory. Look at its glory. That's awesome. You know, with that, we're going to play some Pumpy G music. I do believe we deserve some Pumpy G music. We will get some Pumpy G music. So CZ understands that in order to have a natively decentralized coin, which ping-pongs around the dollar, it is essential that there can be no rulers. No rules, friends, okay? Also, fun fact for you. How do you think they made your school ruler? Do you remember when you were in school, you had your cute little pencil case? Where do you think they made the ruler from? Answer, my back. See that? The domino effect of corrupt SEC taking down Binance BUSD may have helped CZ understand the power of pDAI. Very interesting. Okay, so once again, okay, look, I get it, bro. If you're like really slow, you're a blue pill cuck, you think a bat had sex with a Pokeball and the total man-made virus wasn't man-made, if you actually think that, if you think the Jenga towers fell by themselves accidentally, if you think it's a total coincidence that Larry Silverstein took a $4 billion terrorism insurance thing on the third tower and then it fell down and he said to pull it on TV, you can't understand that Earth isn't ours. I get it, man. I get it. It's a hard life to live when you're in the hotel cuck chair and you're getting debased by the US government and the world governments every day. I get it. I completely understand that the fat, grape-looking, blue-haired, and pink-haired, weirdo fat bitch is telling your son to chop off his genitals because he might think he's a girl tomorrow. I get it. It's very hard for you to believe in something. But just because you're a pencil neck noodle arm who skips leg day, sucking on the toes of the LA vape cabal, just because you believe in nothing doesn't mean we don't. I believe in something, okay? If you can't get this story, bad luck. It's not my job to explain it to you, by the way. Ha! The power of me thrusting my peg nipples just knocked over this fluffy microphone. Now, look at the qualities of what I'm talking about. Look at the qualities of this ping pong coin that may or may not ping pong. Backed by crypto, not fiat in a bank account. Boom! Does that make sense to you? Hope it does. If it doesn't, rewatch this video 3 times until it does. If you still don't get it, move aside. Because I don't have any more time to explain it for you. You just watched crypto's most successful unicorn creator dude get targeted by the US government, and his $1 billion profit business just got shut down. They cut off the legs to his business because it's fiat bank linked. Do you get it now? So when you design your little stable coin, it can't be fiat backed. Are you getting it now? It has to be backed by cryptocurrency. Thank you very much. Or the people in the back over there. Keep your pants on. It's a family-friendly show. Do you get it now? Are you getting it? It has to be family-friendly, crypto-backed? Yes. Are you also getting it? That the co-founder of DAI, who is Nikolai, he's dead? Do you get that too? Oh, he made a stablecoin, which is backed by crypto, and the deep state assassinated him. Are you getting that too? Perk your ears up if you're not getting it. Are you getting it? Oh, the people who go after the US dollar actually end up dead. Oh, what a wild coincidence. Natively decentralized. No blacklist function. Do you know Tether and Coinbase since 2023 have disabled nearly $1 billion of money? Yep. It's about 950 million. Since 2023, January. They did 550 million in 2024 alone. Total, nearly 1 billion. Disabled. No court order, no judge, no nothing. We don't like you? Boop. Oh, we think you're a scammer? Boop. Oh, my friend, who is the Coconut Intelligence Agency, who actually said I'll end up dead if I don't follow his instructions, he told me to disable this account with $20 million in it. Boop. I'll do it. Thank you. You've given them a hammer, so to them, everything looks like a nail. And this is why there are no blacklist functions in Bitcoin. Satoshi, rest in peace, Hal Finney, could be him, might not be him. Satoshi knew this. And that's why he wanted to keep it quiet. Go back to the earliest posts of Lord Satoshi. There's one guy who was so excited of Bitcoin's price mooning. He said, Satoshi, we have to go tell the world of this amazing invention. And Satoshi said, no, silence. We're not ready yet. Don't tell them. Shh. Look at this. No founder. You see that? pDAI, no founder. Why do you think Satoshi disappeared? Look at all the shit Vitalik cops. You gotta disappear. But it's kind of funny. Richard Hart one-upped it. He's like, I want the glory, but I don't want it to have a founder. No soy. Believers only. Everything that goes up and holds value must have believers only. Not a stable coin. Why? Stable coins are regulated. If you're a stable coin, it's illegal for you to hand out yield. The banks are corrupting everything with their tentacles. And you have to do audited 1 month reports. Literally every month, you've got to do Bank of Reserves and proof of all this rubbish. You've got to send it to the US Fed. You're full on regulated every month. If you're a stable coin. Okay, we're not a stable coin. We're a ping pong coin. It's a ping pong coin. Oh, look at that. It's 99 cents. Oh, look at that. It pinged to $1.01. Oh, look at that. It ponged back down to 99 cents. Oh, look at that. $1.01. 99 cents. $1.01. 99 cents. See that? Ping pong coin. Oh, are you getting more tokens into your wallet from the fees? That's totally not yield. Because yield is illegal. This is a ping pong coin. You're earning fees. You get it now? Remember, not a stable coin. Never before seen. Enjoy this picture. Posted by the man who calls himself a king. 369. pDAI to $1. Here's me and Kyle the circumciser. Like I said, don't fall asleep next to Kyle. All right? You know the game now. Look, are we going crazy? Could be. But I say I was never normal to begin with. You know what I mean? So, do you see the stablecoin super cycle narrative now? Do you see why the potential here is still huge? Do you see why all the cope from the sidelines? I mean, get ready to keep coping, bro, because this coin went to zero twice, and it's coming back with a vengeance. What are you going to do when the great nipple pegging, the global nipple pegging event happens, when we hit 1 cent again? What happens there? Because if that happens, friends, from the gravestone emoji day, which was here, 19th of April, if we go back to 1 cent, that is a 37x gain. 37x to 1 cent. Okay, so there you go, man. Like, look, my job, I don't give a shit. Every time I read someone going, oh, why doesn't Richard just announce the stable coin? Or why doesn't he do this? Okay, you are a blue pill cuck, okay? Nothing is going through your head. You don't get it. I'm going to tell you something, okay? There are a lot of normies out there and boomers who don't get Bitcoin, yeah? They didn't get Bitcoin in 2010, 2015, 2020, and they still don't get it now. And guess what? No one gives a shit because it's going to pump without them, okay? The product market fit is bigger than your lack of understanding to get into it, okay? I don't give a shit whether it goes to $1 or not. I don't care. This is my thesis. I can see this happening. It can still go to zero. It did for a third time. And my nipples are going to stay pegged. Like, subscribe, belly button all. Catch you in the next one.